Juana Díaz, Puerto Rico. Juana Díaz is a town and municipality of Puerto Rico located in the southern coast of the island, south of Jayuya, Ciales, Orocovis and Villalba, east of Ponce, and west of Coamo and Santa Isabel and the Caribbean Sea to the south. Juana Díaz is spread over 13 barrios, and Juana Diaz Pueblo the downtown area and the administrative center of the city. It is part of the Ponce Metropolitan Statistical Area. Juana Díaz is known as La Ciudad del Mabí, Mabí City. Mabi is a fermented Taíno beverage made out from the bark of the Mabi tree Colubrina elliptica. History. Juana Díaz was founded in 1798 and was known as, in honor of the Taíno cacique Jayuya. The civil government of this territory was established on April 25, 1798. Puerto Rico was ceded by Spain in the aftermath of the Spanish-American War under the terms of the Treaty of Paris of 1898 and became a territory of the United States. In 1899, the United States Department of War conducted a census of Puerto Rico, finding that the population of Juana Díaz was 27,896. On September 20, 2017, Hurricane Maria struck the island of Puerto Rico. In Juana Díaz, 2,500 homes lost their roof. Geography. Juana Díaz is located on the southern coast. Several rivers run through the Juana Díaz territory, among them Rio Inabon and the Rio Jacaguas, from which Juana Díaz takes its nickname, Ciudad del Jacaguas. The Guayabal Dam between Juana Díaz and Villalba is located in this river. Among its main tributaries are Rio Toaveca in Villalba, also dammed. Both Guayabal and Toaveca lakes are visible in the map. Lake Toaveca is also the main source of drinking water for Juana Díaz, Ponce and other towns. The highest point in the municipality is located close to the top of Cerro Marvela. Barrios. Like all municipalities of Puerto Rico, Juana Díaz is subdivided into barrios. The municipal buildings, Central Square and large Catholic Church are located in a barrio referred to as 1. Almelas, 2. Colubrina, 3. Capitanillo, 4. Centronum, 5. Colors, 6. The Madrigal, 7. Guayabal, 8. Jacaguas, 9. Juana Díaz Barrio Pueblo, 10. Lomas, 11. Rio Carasabajo, 12. Rio Carasariba, 13. Sabana Ana, 14. Tigeras. Sectors. Barrios, which are like minor civil divisions, and subbarrios, in turn, are further subdivided into smaller local populated place areas/units called sectors in English. Types of sectors may vary, from normally sector to urbanización to reparto to barriada to residential, among others. Special communities. Special communities of Puerto Rico are marginalized communities whose citizens are experiencing a certain amount of social exclusion. A map shows these communities occur in nearly every municipality of the Commonwealth. Of the 742 places that were on the list in 2014, the following barrios, communities, sectors, or neighborhoods were in Juana Díaz: Arroz Pastelito, Callejón de los Perros Los Buenos, Sector San Carlos and Colors, Sector Baldío and Cuvas, La Atomica, Los Pomos and Manzanilla. Landmarks and places of interest. There are 30 beaches in Juana Díaz. Guayabal Reservoir, Holy Kings Monument, Three Kings Museum, Cerro Cave, Plaza Ramon Buldoyotti de Castro's Gunstead Shrine. Agriculture. In the past, Juana Díaz was a large producer of sugarcane, but with industrial development the sugarcane industry disappeared. Local rums are now produced from raw materials imported from other countries. Juana Díaz produces plantains, bananas, mangoes, and other crops that are consumed in the local markets and also exported to other countries. Cattle and pigs are also raised in local farms. Industry. Juana Díaz is a producer of beige marble, one of the finest marbles in the world. Festivals and events. Juana Díaz celebrates its patron saint festival in late August/early September. It is a religious and cultural celebration that generally features parades, games, artisans, amusement rides, regional food, and live entertainment. Other festivals and events celebrated in Juana Díaz include Three Kings Festival, January 6 religious and cultural event which began in 1884 celebrating the visit of the Three Kings to baby Jesus. The main event is a parade down Comercio Street to the town's plaza where a big altar is set up for the celebration of the Holy Eucharist. The Eucharist begins with an act of the prophets announcing the coming of the Messiah. The prophecies are followed by the sighting of 3 kings by the shepherds. The Holy Mass follows, and at the end the 3 kings find and adore baby Jesus. Some people come to the festival dressed up as shepherds. Mabí Festival, Marchball Frog Festival at April Good Friday. Juana Díaz celebrates many activities during Holy Week each year. The most notable is the Good Friday procession that transits through many of the urban communities with representations of the Stations of the Cross. Thousands of JUANADINOS and people from other towns visit Juana Díaz on Good Friday. Lawrence on a week May Puerto Rican festivities December. Government. Like all municipalities in Puerto Rico, Juana Díaz is administered by a mayor. The current mayor is Ramón Hernández Torres from the Popular Democratic Party (PPD). Hernández was elected at the 2000 general election. Part of the city belongs to the Puerto Rico Senatorial District V, which is represented by 2 senators. In 2012, Ramón Ruiz and Martin Vargas Morales from the Popular Democratic Party were elected as district senators. The other part of the city belongs to the Puerto Rico Senatorial District VI, which has been represented by Miguel Pereira Castillo and Angel M. Rodriguez since 2012. Symbols. There has an official flag and coat of arms. Flag. The flag of Juana Díaz is rectangular in shape, formed by 2 triangles whose hypotenuse extends from the upper left corner to the lower right corner. The upper triangle is white, the symbol of silver, and the lower triangle is yellow or gold. At its center is the coat of arms of Juana Díaz in its natural colors. Coat of arms. The coat of arms features the Nazarene cross. It is in the center of the coat of arms. It stands out subtly between furrows in space, symbolizing the union of 2 races by means of the inalienable bond of the Christian faith. The cross also symbolizes the Western Christian culture. The woman represents Mrs. Juana Díaz, the town's namesake. With her hands, the woman strews 13 grains of corn into 13 furrows, symbolizing the seeds that germinated and were the base for the foundation and growth of our town. The woman dresses as those of her time. The sun symbolizes a new horizon, hope in the formation of a town. The sun within the coat of arms has 13 rays, each represents one of the barrios of Juana Díaz. 13 knolls stand out in the coat of arms, symbolizing each of the 13 barrios or barrios of Juana Díaz. The mountains also symbolize that Juana Díaz has been one of the richest mineral towns in Puerto Rico. The Indians represent the natives who settled the village before the arrival of the white man. The native carries on his back 13 sheath arrows and a bow, and an arrow on his head. The bow and arrow represent the only effective means of defense useful for survival. The shackle and the whip represent Juana Díaz as the motto of 1887 because the most heinous, repressive institution known at the time was enforced in our town, El Campont. It was in Juana Díaz where liberal politicians and dedicated patriots were martyred because they fought against the tyranny imposed by Spanish General Romualdo Palacios. Palacios was the most tyrannical and cruel of all the governors of our nation. El Campont, a military tribunal, was used to quiet the rebel voices of those who loved law and order. The harp represents the music, the quill pen dipped in the inkwell represents the verse, the poetry. Juana Díaz has generously given distinguished poets to Puerto Rican literature. Ciudad del Mabí is the name by which Juana Díaz was known in the past. Many people knew Juana Díaz as the city of Jayuya, but Luis Lorenz Torres dubbed it La Versailles de Ponce's Versailles. 4 castles represent that Juana Díaz reached the stature of city. Cities have 5 castles in their coat of arms, villages have 4, and smaller towns have 3. Transportation. Among the most important roads in Juana Díaz are the Lewis Ferry Expressway PR-52, which connects Juana Díaz to Ponce and the airport in just minutes, and San Juan in a little more than 1 hour. Other important roads include Road PR-14, which runs through downtown Juana Díaz on its route between Ponce and Cayey, Road PR-149 from Juana Díaz to Manotti running through Villalba and the Corridor Central, and Road PR-1 which goes from Ponce to San Juan through Barrio Pastillo in the south coast of Juana Díaz. There are 51 bridges in Juana Díaz. Notable Juanadinos. Natives of the Juana Díaz are referred to as Juanadinos within Puerto Rico. Among the most notable Juanadinos are Tito Gómez salsa singer, known for his work with Ray Barretto, La Sonora Ponthea and Grupo Niche. Luis Lorenz Torres, famous Puerto Rican poet and essayist. Guillermo José Torres, Puerto Rican reporter and news anchorman. Actor Trico salsa singer, known for his work as the lead singer for the Tommy Olaventure Orchestra. Ilya El Indio salsa singer. Gallery. Puerto Rico Highway 52, PR-52, heading north, near the town of Santa Isabel, Puerto Rico. JPG driving from Juana Díaz to Santa Isabel on PR-52 Iglesia de San Juan Bautista y San Ramón La Nota Juana Díaz, Puerto Rico. JPG in Barrio Pueblo Cuva Lucero Juana Díaz, Puerto Rico. JPG Covings on Rock and Cuva Lucero Tofa Bastonan. JPG Puerto Rican singer Tommy Figueroa posing with his bust in the Center for Fine Arts in Juana Díaz.